Okay, let's do some more Spyro 1. So, last time we did the basic introduction as well as the first level. And let's look at some more levels in this artisan world. I do like how to some extent the dragons do have a personality based slightly, like at least design-wise, on the area. Sometimes like artisan is like art goers and such. So like focus on that type of thing. Let's do the hollow over here. A more dark themed level since it takes place at night. Anyway, so this level is Dark Hollow, and we have only 3 dragons and 100 gems. I like the prettiness, though, of this level. I don't know actually what it looked like in the original game. I don't think it could get this kind of pretty nighttime atmosphere as easily. And it is something about the PS4 type of graphics, like, because even though it's on PC, it is around PS4, Xbox One graphics at a baseline at the end of the day. Cell shading being a part of it yet. So these enemies, some only can be hit one way or the other. These shield things, fire won't work, but smashing will, while others only fire will work. Here's the first dragon. Let's get our dragon. So, Albin.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack
here's the
will
hint.
take care of them.
If you don't figure it out. That's the thing, like, you'd basically figure it out anyway unless you're really getting hurt by him. Let's get these gems, though. And that's what it's like. You get, they do kind of try to be comical in what happens to Spyro when he gets hurt. Like him being smashed like that and flattened. There's the blue dragonfly. We're going back to golden though. Early levels, it's a little bit harder to get injured if you have any experience in these games. Alright, this guy you have to like... You have to basically get him from behind with the player. But anyway, there is not much purpose for this. Just have to hit him with fire. Now, the early game enemies are definitely pretty simplistic.
Spyro, wanna know a secret? Use the action button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Now let's just get our gems. We have 100 gems to get in this level, so we're past halfway point with gems now. We have one more dragon. We got a key for the chest. Yeah, this game is pretty simplistic, and especially with some repetitiveness in the level design like that. Like, they usually have a key. They don't have eggs in every level, though. Like, there's no seep in this level, as you can tell from the menu. Good. There's known that egg seep appears in certain levels, but not in this level. Now, I do really appreciate how they made this game look, though, especially when you look at some scenes from the original PS1 games. It's definitely improved on pretty much everything. Let's light these on fire. Get up the place. If it does anything, we might as well. But besides the point, you fire that guy and charge these guys. I'm very precautious when looking around at stuff. Oh, Darius.
Big enemies like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
And more hints. They do give hints, but sometimes it's late, especially early on in the game, like if you're trying to figure these things out. Would have been more useful. But hey, you know, it's kind of intuitive as well. Like if it doesn't, one thing doesn't work, use the other, because you're limited in your attacks. In all Spyro games, to some extent, there's only a few things you can usually do to take on an enemy. That gem. A nice thing about it, real quick. There's nothing new. These skill points, something I never really get into too much. Here we give the chest a key. Now let's see here. We have a few more gems. Oh yeah, if it's not obvious, it's usually a small enemy in the level, often quite different in each level, depending on the environment. And that'll give you health if you lose something. Leave them alone though, so that the health is always there, but you don't need them. But this box recovers from eating the butterflies that come out. Nope, yeah, I don't waste too much time here. Let's find the last few gems and get out of here. Here we go. Yeah, we got full completion. And the games are nice in telling you that. Full completion, and you can always check. Now let's return to the artisan world. But no, I forgot how small the numbers were in these first games though, the worlds. They do get kind of a little bit bigger in the next games. But no, that's one. Now Spyro looks around, of course, if you leave him idle like that. Oh yeah, if you kill these enemies in a world where you already killed the enemies and got gems, you just get like an extra life if you kill enough of them. There's a scene signified in the upper corner. Town Square. No. Oh yeah, I'm using an Xbox One controller on PC for this playthrough. I feel like they're pretty good controller all said and done, especially for anything that's not 2D platform. 2D platforming, honestly, you want the best D-pad in the world for that. And Xbox One controllers are okay, they're passable, but you really do want something that's actually like more like Sony consoles. We'll talk about this a little bit. Sony console, I think their D-pad is adequate enough. Like, it's not perfect, but it's better than like Microsoft's in general usually. I don't know how the newer consoles are, but it was especially the case with the Xbox 360, and they've gotten better with the Xbox One controllers. But D-pads are kind of weird. Nintendo makes some of the best, typically. Except for the Switch, of course. Switch's D-pad is kind of, unless you need to get Pro Control for it.
Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the right stick to get a good look.
Yes, this is a real artisan. I mean, his easel and everything. But no, let's see. Oh, this is a nice sunset background. Very pretty. Oh wait, yeah, I remember that you have to jump up. That's a cool little thing they do for some treasures. This level was a more layered level from what yeah, now I'm looking at it. Oh yeah, water's instant kill in Spyro 1. Other games you can swim, so water is generally not a killer. Let's get the next dragon. Oh, there's an egg thief in this level too, so I think there's just those two in this whole range of levels we put above.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing the jump button at the very top of your jump?
Oh yeah, now they're talking about the length of jumps and stuff. Like the first photo especially is all about these hints and stuff. Gameplay. As you can do these levels in any order pretty much as well, so they try to be pretty simple in these level designs. Other games they'd have like sometimes restrictions based on item completion, like collection. Especially Spyro 3 would have a lot of levels restricted by the amount of dragon eggs you get. This game is pretty harmless with the restrictions and lets you in a hub world get to multiple levels. Like I'm pretty sure, yeah, we could access the boss level after we did it. 2 levels, the hub world and 1 level. But either way, now Spyro is a fun, relaxing thing, especially early game like this. Like this game is pretty relaxing early on, the first worlds, first couple levels. Doesn't matter to us. The one thing is when we get to the boss though is like I know that it lacked a lot. Like bosses in this game are a lot more lacking than future games, like for the most part. So that almost every other game I've played of Spyro has better boss fights than the ones I played in this one.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief! And he's stolen a dragon egg! You've got to track him down and get that egg! Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
I do like how they do mention the dragon egg though in a level where there is one of the rare dragon eggs. There's the return home portal, where we need more gems and a dragon and egg. And an egg. So we're done with the basic area, but now we're continuing. Yeah, we have to do a jump. A glide, a jump and glide properly. No, like that, see, the thieves are kind of annoying in a way, but like I think it's kind of part of the cute charm of Spyro is them like being like, you can't get me type of shit. But no, truthfully, it's all about nah, you can't get me. Like it's just like it is interesting because there is a future Spyro game that actually does give you a world based on the thieves' homeland. And the thieves are not an enemy for the first and only time in the series, as far as I'm aware, the one time. You actually helped them out in the level. But that's in an overall pretty bad Spyro game, one of the worst, worst Spyro games I've played, basically. Yeah, it's the worst I've played out of all the Spyro games I've played, like 5 or so, like it was the worst. The GameCube one, Enter the Dragonfly. Oh, and we just died. Yeah, this level, you have to be careful with the jumps. This is definitely one of the last ones you should do because of the difficulty, slight difficulty increase. Wasn't too difficult. Let's get the gems first. We'll worry about that too. Get the gems, then we'll worry about the egg. Oh, yellow gem is 10.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. You can always track your progress by accessing the guidebook through the pause menu.
Yeah, the old elder right there. It's like when you shoot with fire a bunch and eventually breaks open properly. And they're all gems. All dragons, all gems. Now it's time to chase the sea. He has an unfair advantage being able to jump like that. Oops. Yeah, I'm used to like just being able to run around. Like Spyro 2 and 3, you don't usually fall into stuff as easily unless it's like an absolute pit. Now it's time for us to get to sea. Yeah, that was not too hard once I get. Usually your flame breath's a good way to get an extra reach to the sea. Let's exit this world. Okay, that was another world done. And I think we're done pretty much with this world now, except for we might have something better. Let's see here. I'd say we end it here though for now. And that's it for that section.